First things first, my throat is really sore. I've had a sore throat all week. I've been wanting it to go away, and I haven't recorded anything because I didn't want to record with a sore throat. So I've just been putting it off and putting it off, but it's finally Saturday, and I haven't uploaded anything. So I said to hell with it. And I'm recording with this sore-ass voice, so have fun with listening to that. But anyways, Titanfall 2 has been getting a lot of traffic recently because of Apex Legends, and just a ton of people have been coming over. Like, there was like 10,000 players recently, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for a dead game like Titanfall 2, it was phenomenal. And me and everyone else were just like, oh, hi guys, welcome to our game. But a lot of people don't know what they're doing, so I'm here to like help them out, I guess. First things first, Titanfall 2 is a lot different from Apex Legends. Obviously, it's not a battle royale. It's just your average first-person shooter. It's pretty much the same as Call of Duty, but with giant mech suits. First thing is the Pilot Tactical. There's a couple of them to choose from. Alright, first up you got Cloak. He basically just goes invisible for a small amount of time. He's transparent to other pilots, but to Titans he is completely invisible. They can't see him at all while he's cloaked. One thing to keep in mind is that as soon as you shoot your gun, you'll automatically become uncloaked. Pulse Blade has a little blade, kind of like Pathfinder's ability from Apex Legends. He just kind of scans the area and finds you can like see through walls a little bit. Grapple is my favorite because you can do some wicked stuff with Grapple Hook. You can slingshot yourself around the map at just ludicrous speeds. It's a ton of fun. What you're going to want to do with Grapple Hook is you're going to use the slingshot maneuver a lot. So you're going to grapple the edge of a building. You're going to look down and then away from where you grappled. So the opposite direction of where you grappled from. And just keep in mind, don't let the grapple out of your sight. If you look away from the grapple and the grapple leaves your field of view, then it'll detach, and you don't want that. While you're looking away, you're going to want to hold the direction that you're looking. If you're grappling, if you look to the right after you grapple, you're also going to want to move to the right with your WASD or with your left analog stick. Right after you look away and move away, you're going to want to jump right before your grapple pulls you off the ground. Because your grapple will naturally pull you off the ground if you wait long enough. But you don't want that to happen. You want to jump because then you'll get some air and you'll actually be able to swing around. And then once you're in midair, you're going to want to jump so you get a little extra height so you can go even farther. And then you're going to want to crouch midair. As soon as you touch the ground, you want to jump again and then crouch again midair and then start bunny hopping like that. Stim is really fun. He basically your ability just makes you go really fast and also heal really fast. It's probably best used to flank people. AWOL, he basically just throws down a little shield that makes his bullets do more damage if they're shot through him. Just make sure you watch out for people with brains because they can literally just go around the shield.
If I only had a brain.
Phase Shift is one of my old favorites. If you remember Wraith from Apex Legends, it's just Wraith. It's Wraith except it activates faster. And I think it lasts a little less long. And also, Wraith has the little trail behind her so you can track her. Phase Shift doesn't have the little trail. Hollow Pilot, this is just Mirage. It's identical to Mirage. You just put out a little Hollow Pilot and he just runs forward. The first thing you're going to notice about a lot of the guns in this game is that Apex Legends just took all of their guns from Titanfall 2. Every single gun, with the exclusion of the Havoc, is from Titanfall 2. The Havoc is the only gun, and I think the Peacekeeper too, actually. The Peacekeeper and the Havoc aren't from Titanfall 2, so you won't be able to play with those. But I mean, why would you even want to play with them anyways? They suck. A few of them have different names though, like for example the triple take is the double take in this game. The R301 is the R201 / the R101. They're the same gun except the R201 has a scope on it, and the R101 is identical to the R301 from Apex Legends. The Wingman is still a Wingman. It shreds. It's amazing, except you have to use it as a secondary weapon. You can't actually use it as a primary, except you can use the Wingman Elite as a primary weapon. It does like slightly more damage or something, I don't remember. You're also going to be able to equip an anti-Titan weapon. These just do a lot of damage to Titans, so it's like your main option against Titans. Grenades for your pilot, they call them ordinances. The regular grenade has a 5-second timer and it starts the second you pull it out, so you can cook the grenade in your hand for a little bit. I think one of the more fun ones to use is Gravity Star. It'll suck in any projectiles or even enemy pilots if you get the timing right. My favorite thing to do with the Gravity Star, however, is to shoot myself along, because grenades, they'll propel you really far if you hit yourself with them. The Gravity Star is the easiest to do it with. The Arc Grenade is also pretty good. It does a lot more damage to Titans and less to people. It'll slow down people. Finally, there's the satchel. It's just like a C4 that you can blow up whenever you want. It's really good for capture the flag if you feel like being a dick and camping your flag. You also get to equip the boost. A boost is just like a little power-up that you get mid-game. So before you get your Titan, you'll be given a boost. Most people, myself included, just use the random boost. Whether you have them unlocked or not, it'll just give you a random out of any of the boosts. Now we have that covered. How calling a Titan works, it's pretty simple. You have this little bar on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Once it fills up, you get your Titan. You can fill up that bar. It'll fill up on its own, actually, and like just slowly it'll fill up. You can also fill it up faster by killing pilots or infantry or Titans. You'll notice there's two bars. There's a blue bar and a yellow bar. The yellow bar will go away if you die, but you can turn the yellow bar into the blue bar by killing infantry. Once you've called down your Titan, it'll take a few seconds. I think it's like 5 seconds. When you're in your Titan, you'll notice in the bottom left-hand corner, your Titan meter has become your core meter. And once your core fills up, you'll get like a special ultimate ability, similar to like what Overwatch does. There's 7 different Titans as of right now. Ion is really easy to use. I recommend him for beginner players. Ronin is my absolute favorite. You get a shotgun and a big ass sword, and you just kill everything in your path. He does have the least amount of health out of any of the Titans, but god dang, it's so much fun to use him. And the health doesn't really matter as much. Like I could easily take out 4 Titans as Ronin and still probably walk away alive. It might seem a little daunting to like be as a pilot and you see a Titan coming towards you. They're actually not terribly hard to take out. This is where anti-Titan weapons come into play. There's 4 anti-Titan weapons. There's the charge shot, there's the MGL, the magnetic grenade launcher, the thunderbolt, and the archer. My favorite is the MGL. You shoot 2 grenades at once and they'll magnetic to the nearest Titan. The charge shot's pretty good as long as you hit the Titans in their weak spot, which is the little red glowing point. The thunderbolt also pretty good. It travels really slow, so it's kind of hard to hit sometimes, but it definitely does a lot of damage. The archer locks onto a Titan. It takes a really long time to lock on. It'll tell the person in the Titan that it's being locked onto. It makes up for that by doing an absolute ass little damage. So when you're playing as a pilot versus a Titan, you're just going to want to spam your anti-Titan weapons. I personally, this is why I don't like the archer as much, because it kind of makes you stand still, and you don't want to do that when you're going against a Titan, because they can one-shot you. Every single one of the Titan's guns is going to one-shot you. So your main advantage is to be faster than them and confuse them. So spam grenades on them, spam your anti-Titan weapons. You can shoot them with your regular gun, but it's not going to do nearly as much damage, and it's kind of a waste of your time. So spam those anti-Titan weapons and try and get close enough to mount them. It's called a rodeo attack, and you'll just rip out one of their batteries, and it'll take away 1 chunk of health, which is really useful. But keep in mind, they can use their electric smoke, which will just like zap you while you're on them. It takes a lot of practice, but some people are really bad in Titans. Especially Legion, he's really easy to take down as a pilot, because like it takes him a while to charge up his stuff, and if you're moving faster than him, he has no chance. When you're playing as a Titan versus the pilot, you're going to want to get out into the open so it's easier for you to see them, and make sure, like, try and see them first and then wait for them to peek and just kill them easily. If none of your friends are around, just use your electric smoke, and make sure, I can't stress this enough, when you use your electric smoke, crouch. It makes it so much harder for them to get away. Taking on another Titan and a Titan is usually pretty fair. It really depends on what Titan you're playing. Every one of them plays differently. For example, if I'm playing Ronin, I don't want to give them any breathing room. I want to go up right in their face. I want to drop my electric smoke on them. I want to do as many arc waves as I possibly can. Shoot him with the lead wall a bunch of times and then just go to town on melee. That's Ronin's strategy. I'm not really that good at other Titans. I've played Ronin the most. I actually almost have him max level. So if you doom a Titan, which just means their health bar goes into like the hazard zone, melee them and you'll do an execution. It's a guaranteed kill. They can't get away. If you don't melee them in time, they can eject, and then you'll get the Titan kill, but the pilot will get away. So yeah, if you get in the doom state, most of the time you're gonna want to eject. Once you eject, keep shooting the Titan that was on you. A lot of them don't expect you to like keep fighting after you ejected, but definitely do. A lot of them don't recognize it, and you can just like, you can literally eject from your Titan, start shooting a bunch of anti-Titan weapons on them, and just drop right on top of their Titan and steal their battery. The number 1 tip I have for you in Titanfall 2 is don't stop moving. The game is all about speed and momentum, and if you're standing still, someone's gonna come and kill you. You're not going to be nearly as good if you're not using that momentum as much as you can. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for my little Titanfall 2 guide. If you have any other questions on Titanfall 2 or Apex Legends, post in the comments below. I'll try to answer them. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to get 2 videos out this week because once again, I was sick, and I was hoping to be not sick by the end of the week, but you can hear how that went. See you next week.